Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over my Week 17 NFL playoff predictions and Super Bowl predictions. In this video, I'll go over what I think the final standings will be for the AFC and the NFC, who will make into the playoffs, and then I'll go over each round of the playoffs, who's going to win and lose, in my opinion, and finally my Super Bowl prediction. I do one of these videos every 2 weeks, and there's been a lot that's changed in the past 2 weeks, so I want to get right into this one. First off, though, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already and you enjoy the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Only 16% of you are actually subscribed, so if you do enjoy the content and you want to see more like it, make sure to hit that button. With that, let's get right into it. First off, we have the current playoff picture in the AFC. You have the Chiefs at the 1 seed, Titans at the 2 seed, a bunch of 9 and 6 teams with the Bengals, Bills, Colts, and Patriots, and the Dolphins in the 7 seed. In the NFC, we have the Packers at the 1 seed at 12 and 3, 11 and 4 teams with the Cowboys, Rams, and Bucks, 10 and 5 Cardinals, 9 and 8 and 7 Niners, and 8 and 7 Eagles. This is what a lot of people thought that the standings were going to look like a couple weeks ago. Maybe Cardinals and Rams switched, but a lot of people thought that this would be what it would look like. The Patriots, though, I know I personally thought that the Patriots would win at least one of the games between the Colts and the Bills, but can't win them all. My final playoff picture, though, I have Kansas City at 13 and 4, the Titans at 12 and 5, Bills at 11 and 6, and Bengals at 10 and 7, rounding off the division winners. I have the Colts at 11 and 6, Patriots at 10 and 7, and Chargers at 10 and 7 as the wild cards. Right now, the Chargers are 8 and 7. They have 2 fairly easy games left. Miami is currently in the 7th seed, but their last 2 games are the Titans and the Patriots. I have them losing to the Titans and beating the Patriots in Miami. The Patriots always lose in Miami, so yeah. And then in the NFC, we have the Packers at the 1 seed at 14 and 3, Rams at the 2 seed at 13 and 4, Tampa at the 3 seed also at 13 and 4, Cowboys and Cardinals at 12 and 5, and Eagles and Saints at 9 and 8. Yes, I have the 49ers missing the playoffs. I have them losing one of their next 2 games, losing against the Rams. And then the Saints have 2 divisional games left against the Panthers and Falcons. So I have the Saints finishing at 9 and 8 and the Niners finishing at 9 and 8. But tiebreakers have the Saints beating the Niners for the playoff spot. So even though the Niners were 8 and 6 a couple weeks ago, and people thought that they were going to be making the playoffs at that spot, I think that the Saints might be able to squeak it in there. So this is a lot of what people expected from the playoff standings. The Colts, though, trying to get into that number 2 spot, might not be able to. I don't think that there's enough time left in the schedule for them to catch Tennessee. And with A.J. Brown left, I just think that Tennessee should be able to win that division. Moving on, we have the divisional round. In the wild card round, Kansas City and Green Bay had bye weeks. I had the Colts beating the Bengals. I had the Bills beating the Patriots, and I had the Titans beating the Chargers. I think the Patriots will put up the biggest fight of those 3 games because it is a divisional game, and they have already played each other twice this season. 1-1, one win for the Patriots, 1 win for the Bills. But I do have Buffalo taking the win there because it is in Buffalo, and the Patriots played very poorly in their last matchup. Again, the Packers have the 1 seed in the NFC, so they get a bye. I have the Rams, the number 2 seed, beating the Saints. I have the 3 seed Tampa beating the Eagles. And although I have the Cardinals beating the Cowboys in the regular season to bump the Cowboys down to 12 and 5, I have the Cowboys beating Arizona in the playoffs. So the Cowboys, I have them losing next week to Arizona, but I have them beating them in the first round of the playoffs to secure the spot in the divisional round against Green Bay. I think that this is the ideal playoff standing right now. The NFC, Packers, Cowboys, and Tampa have been the 3 consistent teams in the NFC for the majority of the season. Rams and Cardinals have switched off on who's better, but there's been 5 strong teams, and I think that the odds of 4 of the 5 of them being in the divisional round are extremely high. In the AFC, there's been a big fight the whole season for who's going to be the number 1 seed, or who's going to be in the playoffs to begin with, and the Colts have made a major impression in recent weeks. I think that Colts-Chiefs should be the AFC Championship game, but it's not going to happen because the Colts aren't in the top 3 spots, so they wouldn't be able to play Kansas City. So the divisional round between the Colts and Kansas City is pretty much going to be, in my opinion, the biggest game. I think whoever wins between the Colts and Kansas City will make it to the Super Bowl. I do have Kansas City beating the Colts, but if the Colts win, I do have them making the Super Bowl. So I don't think that the Bills or Titans are strong enough to beat Kansas City or the Colts. In the NFC, I have the Packers beating the Cowboys, and I have the Bucks beating the Rams. The Rams beat Tampa in the regular season, but Antonio Brown was out, and Tampa is undefeated with Antonio Brown on the field. Yes, Tom Brady is undefeated with Antonio Brown on the field. That being said, I have Kansas City against the Titans as my AFC Championship game. I have the Titans beating the Bills, assuming Derrick Henry comes back. If Derrick Henry does not come back, I think the Bills have a pretty good chance in that game. In the NFC, the Packers have been clearly the strongest team in the NFC and the most consistent team throughout the season outside of Week 1. That's why I have them playing Tampa in the NFC Championship game. And my Super Bowl prediction right now is Chiefs-Packers. I have the Chiefs winning 36-30, going to 3 Super Bowls in a row, winning 2 of them, one of them against Aaron Rodgers. So yes, I do have Aaron Rodgers winning an NFC Championship game, but I don't have him winning the Super Bowl. Kansas City is the strongest team in the league right now. They've won 7 straight games, and 6 of those games have been against teams with a winning record. They're on a roll. They're insane right now, and I just don't see any team 8-game winning streak. My apologies. They're on an 8-game winning streak right now. And by the time this game comes, that 8-game winning streak will be extended to 11. I just think that Kansas City is the strongest team in the league, and even if Green Bay, who is, in my opinion, the strongest team in the NFC, does play them in the Super Bowl, I think that Kansas City should be able to come out on top. If it's a Colts-Green Bay Super Bowl, then I really don't know who has the advantage there. I'd assume Green Bay has the advantage, but I think that the Colts could definitely make an impression and potentially win that game. So Kansas City 36, Packers 30 is my current Super Bowl prediction. Make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of my playoff predictions and what you guys think the Super Bowl is going to be this year. Do you think the Patriots still have a chance? Do you think the Colts have a chance? Or do you think one of these NFC wildcards might make it, the Eagles or the Saints? Both of them have had pretty solid. The Eagles have had a solid second half of the season, but the Saints started 5-2 before all of their injury problems surfaced. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button again if you are new, and I'll see you guys all again in the next one. Peace.